Yo, YouTube. Okay. Anyways, yeah, YouTube, what's up? I'm gonna do an SQL injection video. So this should be pretty cool. Let me just run it from the top real quick. So you're gonna need Burp Suite to do this, or I guess you don't need Burp Suite technically, but it'd be kind of stupid not to use it. I'm just be using the free edition, so which is probably what you're gonna be using too. I'm assuming. I don't know. We're gonna be doing some SQL injection. So lab SQL injection, attack, listing the database contents on non-Oracle databases. The lab contains SQL injection vulnerability in the product category filter. So it tells us where it's at. Cool. The results from the query are returned in the lab application response. In the application's response, so you can use a union attack to retrieve data from other tables. Application is a login function. The database contains a table that holds usernames and passwords. You need to determine the name of this table and then columns it contains. Then retrieve the contents of the table to obtain the username and passwords of all users. To solve the lab, log in as an administrator. So I'm not going to reveal the hint because that wouldn't make it that any fun. But first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the Burp Suite Chromium browser, I think it is. SQL load HTTP request file. What was the extension for HTTP request file? Thanks. Alright. What am I doing? Oh yeah. Let me go and copy this link, post it in here. I would use it on my Firefox, but I'm trying to listen to music, so it'll keep on sending me requests over and over again if I try to do that. Unless I modify it, but I don't have time for all that. So we're just gonna intercept a request real quick. And first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna send this to the repeater. So it's already looking like it's going to search from two different columns here within the category filter, or within the category table. So it looks like to me, but we'll just turn off intercept and go to our repeater here. So we're just going to get rid of this shit. We first want to check to see which database it is, right? So we have multiple ones that we can choose from. We just scroll up here, it says identify. So it can either be Microsoft, Oracle, Postgres. We want to figure out which one of these it is. So we know it's not. Let me check. Union filter the results from the query return the applications. Okay, non-Oracle. It's a non-Oracle database, right? So it's not going to be from V version. So it's either going to be Microsoft or Postgres. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do a union. The union operator, I guess, because it combines two commands in SQL and allows you to run two commands within one statement, I guess, as long as they both are true. So union plus select. So first we're going to see how many columns there are, because we need to have, the way SQL databases work is in order to do a union query, you have to have each side of the union query has to have the exact same amount of columns. I'm pretty sure this other side has 2 columns because we just saw it a second ago. So but we'll just make sure. So select null and null. The reason we're doing null is because null can pass for any type of variable within SQL. It's like the common type or something. Yeah, so if they could be strings, they could be numbers, but we're just gonna say null because we just want to figure out how many columns we're gonna be looking at here. So we can send this. So that worked. We can do null again. Okay, so yeah, it's 2, like I thought. We try to see if these are strings also real quick. So let's put a string in there. Okay, that worked. Cool. Check this one. Okay, so we can retrieve string outputs from each one of these parameters. That's cool. For now, we'll just do null because it doesn't really matter. And we're gonna want to select from this one. It should just be select, right? So yes, we can select add version Microsoft here. Make sure in when you're doing the SQL queries, make sure you put a plus instead of spaces, and you have no spaces, or else it'll end your user input here, or the syntax or whatever the fuck it is, the SQL query. So we can send that. Okay, so it's not Microsoft MySQL. That means it has to be Postgres then. So we can just check this out. Okay, cool. We got a response. Let's see what it said. Just full screen this. So Postgres SQL 12.20. Compiled by GCC. Okay, cool. All right. So now we can just put null back right here. And so now we want to enumerate the information schema of the tables here. So we can use, so select star from, let me turn this down a little bit. Okay, or just change it, I guess. Let me turn on the gangster music. All right, so where's that? So yeah, so select star from information underscore schema dot tables. So that means we just need to add here. We just need to add a plus sign from plus information underscore schema dot tables. Plus tables in the database. I had no one by my side. Alright, so that worked. It didn't give us anything though. Or I guess we have to select what is it? Select tables or something? Oh, that's it. Oh, select, is it? Okay, yeah, so select table name. So it'll select all table names from information underscore schema dot tables. Okay, we got a couple table names here. So we're just gonna be searching for, I think it's a users table. So users underscore RP, I guess it's a user table. So so we're gonna want to, next thing we're gonna select from, we're gonna select columns. So we're gonna be select all column names from information.schema.columns where table underscore name is equal to single quotes. Put that in there. That should work right there. So we're gonna select column names, all column names from the users column or users table. Nope, internal error. Okay. Oh, it's because I typed columns wrong right here. Nice. Okay. So yeah, so if you don't know what we just did here, let me make this a little wider. So union select, we selected all column names from the information schema.columns where the table name is equal to the users. So we're selecting all columns and we're printing them out. And yeah, I mean, I feel like that's pretty simple. I don't even know how else to better explain that, to be honest. Yeah, we're just selecting all the columns from the table named this, right? And so now basically do the exact same thing. So we know now we have password and usernames. We can now get rid of most of this query because we don't need to. All right. Yeah. Um. Yeah, we can just select from. All right, there. Shoddy wanna see girl, you can spend the night. So we're just gonna want to go. So we're gonna want to print out usernames. So like remember earlier when we checked to make sure that both of our columns that we're inputting in are string columns so that they can display strings to the web page, right? So we're gonna print out the usernames and passwords from the table of users, right? So we can just send that shit real quick. Okay, to 100, okay. And then boom, we got our thing. So we can just copy that and let's refresh. Let's refresh this shit real quick. Alright, so yeah, now we got our users here. So we have administrator. What was that? I was just gonna log as an administrator to complete this lab, right? So it's all the lab login as administrator. Nice. My account administrator. Password was that shit. And I'm in. And there's an admin panel on this one. That's tough. Alright, but yeah, that's how you do that. I was up pretty. Okay, that was only 10 minutes long. That's pretty quick. I don't know if I explained that too well, to be honest, but basically, to like run through the steps real quick. First thing we did is we wanted to enumerate the database, see how many columns there were for us to get a true union select statement, so that we know that our shit's working and it's not the like we're not enumerating the wrong thing, right? So we know we have the right amount of fucking columns, right? So our union select statement returns true on this okay shit. Okay. So make sure we return a 200 what's this thing called again? 200 response code, I think it is. I don't know. And then yeah, once we know that our union is working, then we want to enumerate the database, right? And so we found out it was a version or the version function, right? So that one would be, take a look here. Yeah, so we found out it was from Postgres SQL, right? And then from there, since we know that's Postgres, then we're going to use information underscore schema.tables. So we're going to select from there. So we're going to select all table names from information.schema tables, and we got all the table names. Then we need the exact same thing, but we did for columns instead. Selected everything from the columns within information underscore schema tables, the users, right? And then we got all the columns. And then we just need to, then we basically just do the exact same thing here, which is kind of like a normal union request, but with the new shit, right, that we fucking enumerated. I'm just going to select everything from username and password from the users table, right? So pretty simple stuff. That was fun. Thanks for watching.